Hey everybody, it's me, I'm your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber, also known as C9X. And welcome back to more Super Containment Zone. Last time we finished Beyond Elysium, the main story at least, and I cried, so if you're interested, go look into it. It's on my YouTube. It's probably not on Twitch anymore because it's been over 2 weeks, or roughly 2 weeks. Before we start, there are some new skins. This is old. That released with hardware, I believe. Is there anywhere I can read the description? Find it. Probably not here. But there's an outfit trial, so we're gonna look into that. Daily supply. I guess these are new, but I don't play for the game, so I can't buy them. Oh, really? Where is that? Right. Okay, I just have to click into these to get the notification away. Okay, that's a rerun. We're gonna look into that in a bit. So this, Memory Mosaic, I got this off screen. I didn't know this was a thing. I couldn't click away. It's kind of like how you got Nita. There's like a sort of event, and you also got her for free. There's a personal file, which we might look into in a bit. So by logging in within this period, I believe, you get Haru for free, and you will also get, most likely this. I don't know about the weapon. But, yeah. So I'm gonna do these. Draws. I have 32 draws. How do I get draws? Didn't say. Okay. I guess I'll just draw 11 times. I can only draw 11 times. Okay, got some puzzle pieces. And I can pull on phase 2. It's probably more like, I should have looked into this, but you know, it's fine. Okay, so you somehow obtain fragments. Doesn't really say how. Once you obtain the fragments, you can put them into the picture. It's a puzzle piecing game. You know, it should be pretty simple. Yeah, I'm gonna not put the pieces in while she's talking. And give it her head done, so that's the easiest part. Getting her torso. I think it's only the golden pieces that give you the voice lines. I'm not sure, because I don't see any more gold pieces anymore. This is probably the bottom. Yeah, it seems like it's only the golden pieces that have the voice lines. I think we're out of her, bits that belong to her body, so it's gonna be harder to piece together. It's fine. Okay, so you do get her weapon. Thunderlaw, AR. I believe it's her weapon. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked her weapon type yet. It's chaos damage. Reduce chaos damage by 18% when equipped by her. Okay, so it is for her. Getting a retribution domain is the unit rated for her. Next one, let's go to 0. 100-second cooldown. This is only a refinement 1, so I don't know how this decreases. We can find out in a bit, I'm sure. Retribution to be created. Gains Brilliant Thunder, increases attack by 30% and causes targets hit by the skills to take 12% more skill damage from her. The spec is removed and the distribution domain vanishes. Okay, so that's probably related to her skill of Burst. Let me check my audio. I actually forgot to check my audio. Speaking of, like, stream-related stuff, I increased the bitrate for both YouTube and Twitch, so it should be easier. Not easier, but like the quality should be higher in theory. So it's gonna be more demanding on my computer, but it should be a better experience for you guys. I've never really pieced together puzzles before. Like I have at least done it. I haven't finished one, but I've at least done it before. I've done 3D puzzles. I've completed like one 3D puzzle. The other one I almost completed. I just lost some parts when I was building it, and I just couldn't finish, or they just didn't make the parts themselves. But yeah, it's pretty. But assuming you get the same pieces I do, there's autoplays as well. Get the same pieces I do. Try to put the pieces that are obviously significant or like different. For example, her hand, her head, her torso. Those are the easiest to find where they are. then I piece together the sides by looking at how all the pieces are all like flush against the bottom. Like if it's on the edge, they don't have any these like protrusions or intrusions. I don't know. That's how I found out the bottom. This is a good thing because compared to like a real puzzle, you have to like rotate them around. This one you don't have to, so I just know that they're here. And then next to that, I found this one by just looking at the edges. And then this one, because on the edge there's only like 2 height of flowers. So if I find another one, it's probably this one. Yep, like that right there. Because it's flush with the wall, and this is the sky anymore. This is sky, not flowers, so that's how you know. And then this is also flowers, so it's gonna go here. Yeah, and then the next are sky pieces, which are probably gonna be harder. So pretty easy. If you've never done a puzzle before, this is a good start. I don't know how autoplace works. I don't know how like easy it is to autoplace, but there we go. I guess we could piece together how to use equipment. Get a weapon out. I don't know if I can ascend the weapon. I know I can refine it. Increases the chaos damage and the attack and the debuff. Okay, not bad. Parts. We should upgrade it first before we put the parts in. And I don't have enough. What don't I have enough of? I think I know what's not enough. It's fine. I don't know if Haru's good though. This one. There is a trial, so we could try using her in a trial. So we can activate her neuronics, or Octus drive, sorry. Whenever retribution domain is created, resets the cooldown. I assume this is a skill. Restores energy by 50 and restore health by 5%. Okay, that's pretty massive. Gathering Tempest. When Retribution Domain detonates, if it consists of more than 3 light trails, each additional light trail increases the foundation damage by 30% to 5 stacks, so up to 150%. I'm just gonna activate this. Using Raikou Rush reduces the cooldown of the next Thunderbolt's reboot by 1 second, increases Raikou Rush's glide distance while under the restore state. Seems like a QOL buff, so no, could be good. Weapon Share. When a Retribution Domain detonates, if fewer than 5 targets are within its range, each missing target increases found detonation damage by 8%. So since it's it's a skill or ult that's AoE, if you are fighting against like a single enemy, like a boss, then you deal more damage to it. So you're not like wasting your AoE damage. Kind of like how Currency Wars has with the AoE. If I can change your weapon, AoE teams. There we go. She's chaos damage. Yes, she does do chaos damage. Tap standard skill to have hard glide forward. So is it like Excalibur 1? Light trail knocks back enemies on contacts, and also light trails connect from a closed area. So it's like Excalibur 1, but also like Yaimiko skill. Upon formation, instantly applies slow to up to 10 targets for 2 seconds. Jesus Christ. I guess you do fight around 10 enemies in certain conditions. An active domain no longer vanishes on auto detonation. It deals true damage, okay. Attack. Skills of personal attack or enemy health. Support skill, I don't care. You should probably care about support skills if you're doing like endgame content. I'm not really doing endgame content, so. Oh! Okay. I don't know if this was a thing before, but I've just noticed it now. So you can actually switch. It's kind of like Genshin, how you can hold Alt and then use a character, switch to a character, and then you immediately use their Alt. This game is similar, but it does it one step ahead by letting you immediately switch in or switch out the character, or have the character stay or switch them out. So that's nice. Tapped ultimate skill to unleash a Stormblade along chosen direction. What about when your energy is not lower than 50, it's more than 50, you can hold the skill, dealing AoE damage. So the tap is, I assume, faster, and it deals up to 5 enemies, hits 5 enemies at most. and the hold deals more than 5 enemies of damage. Well, it's still up to 5 targets. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, skill cooldown is reduced to 0. So it lasts longer if you hold it. Lasts 10 seconds longer. And there's this extra bit. I wonder if you can use it again? 0.50. So you can use it if you have energy. Use the hold for extra 20 seconds, and then when it's close to ending, or if you just want to use another ult, then use it again. Okay, that's nice. Is this a passive? Improve the chaos weapon. Increase. Yeah, there's a passive. Increase chaos damage by 10%. Increase by 1% for each target defeated, up to 10 stacks. Okay. I believe I have her logistics, unless she has new ones. Okay. Equip. And equip. I got these. I believe I bought them from this event store, but can you get them from the event? Maybe. Crap, did I buy it when I didn't need to? I think I bought them when I didn't need to. Oh crap. Man, I should have looked into it. How do? Fix. Yeah, I bought them when I didn't need to. I guess I can like subsume or sell them in that case. It's fine. Ask. Yeah, do pick her up if you can. I don't know if she's good. You can trial her somewhere, I believe. What is this? Oh. Your game is probably not interested. Yep. Well, actually, I can do it now because I'm not in the faraway region. Do we not get to test Haru? Let's try new. Okay, let's just... I'll just do these off screen if I remember. I probably remember. I have to try for Haru. I guess I'll do the alpha trial because this is new, I believe. Pure Light Wishes. Is this new Haru? Yep, it is new Haru. Okay, so let's use her. Let's use her skill. How many times can we use her skill? I'm kind of confused. Am I getting crowd controlled by the enemies, or is it my skill that's like affecting me? Okay, so let's. Okay, I'm gonna try to make like a square or triangle to see how it works. Yeah, okay, you're supposed to make a triangle. Because otherwise it would be like a single dot on the ground. It's hard to trigger. You don't take damage from the area unless I make a triangle, I believe. But these guys, they move a bit fast. Can I make a square-ish? I don't think so. I can do that. It's kind of hard to use. I can tap or hold, tap. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it. You can use your skill to move and also make the line, or you can use your tap ult to make the line. So that way, if you don't want to move, you can do that. Ah. What about hold? Does that also count as a line? Oh, it acts as like a permanent line, okay. Okay, I like this. I like this, and it stays! Until enemies get in, or does it expire? Oh, I can make multiple fields, can I? With this. Oh, it only has one, okay. Why does this not detonate though? Is it because there's no enemies nearby, or is it because it's related to my ult? No, it stays now. I don't know. But okay, I like it. Eagle physics, so Jesus Christ. Let's see the outro. Somewhat tame, somewhat. Okay. She does feel good to use. I might use her. Okay, let's give her a star. How do I do that again? Oh, right here. There we go. Okay. Right. Actually, I'll just do the event. I'll be getting materials that way anyway. Okay, for trialing the new Haru, you get this, which is the premium currency. Already done that. Museum Ascent. What game? What is this? Oh, it's one of these. Okay. I don't need to show this often if it's just you kill the enemies and then you get to the next floor. And then you get onto this floor. Okay. I'll show it if in the next stream if there's anything important at these corrupted gates, because these are like you get them once every few pristine gates. Alright. So it's just Chain Assault. Is Chain Assault what I think it is? I've done it once already. Ah, right, I gotta... Did my buffs reset? There are some rewards, so I will do this off screen. Your settings. Okay, so if you have color blindness, this is how you can you know, make it easier for you to see. I don't have color blindness, not that I know of. But yeah, I've done this before, so yeah, I'll do this off screen. You just kill enemies as usual. Nothing special. Azure Paradise. As always, there's a new shop in here if you need anything. I've already bought this, so I assume I needed it. There's this currency, but oh, it's okay. Yep, I see it now. Okay, so let's get to the rerun. As always, grab a snack or a drink at the water because that's what's best for you, and check your posture. Hope you enjoy the stream. Is it going to tell me that how long this is going to take? I'm not sure why it's her job, but Caroline still wants to remind you. From not my experience, you are encouraged to complete the Suspense in Skytopia main story before playing the Sky side story. I have not. So there's going to be spoilers or some shit. All my troubles seem so distant, even though I'm flawed in a way that can never be fixed. You know, everyone denies me, turns their back on me, even though I can never like myself the way I am. I'm stuttering again. I need to read slower. As long as I hold on tight to the answers you gave me, even just for a moment, it's enough to make me drift along with the tide. Hey, it's the usual room asset. My terminal buzzed like a cicada early in the morning. However, it wasn't my typical alarm. No. It was a message from Marianne. Yeah, how did you know?
普段なら8時ぐらいによく分析員さんと食堂で会いますから逆算して今なら起きているかと。まさか思った通りだなんて。
You really are perceptive.
ええ。でも朝食の時はいつも分析員さんの周りには女の子がたくさんいて、なかなか話しかけられません。
The written message. Even from her written message, I was able to detect a hint of anger? Well, they haven't woken up yet today, so would you like to have breakfast
き
together?
っとそうおっしゃると思ったので、事前に用意しておきました。焼き魚、レモンティー、それとサプライズが一つです。
A split second after the message arrived, the girl recalled it, but I'd already seen its contents.
すみません。分析員さんからしてというほどでも、
Right,
と
tapped
に
out.
かく出先で待ってますね。
He sounds a bit like a Ui Mama. Her saying that only piqued my interest even more. With that, I leaped out of bed right away, washed up, and got ready to head to the meeting place. Almost said meeting room. The sky was crystal clear and the slight salty breeze brushed against my cheeks. Reflecting off the seawater, the azure morning light made me squint involuntarily. The girl standing at the bow of the boat, swayed amidst the haze, her long hair fluttering like a flower blooming in the wind. She was bending over to gently stroke the constant splashes of water, thus completely unaware that I was already standing behind her. Hello, Marianne. Ohayo, Marianne.
あれ、おはようございます、分析員さん。いつもより着替えるのが早いですね。
Frick you, bird! The girl stood up, water droplets glided down from her fair skin, dripping onto the deck between us and creating a pleasant sound. As she inadvertently created this wonderful rhythm, she also snapped back to reality and gave me a gentle smile. Damn you, bird!
もう構いません。だってサプライズはもうここにいますから。
I'm guessing it's her outfit.
今日の私は分析員さんが思っていたのとちょっと違いますよね。
Yeah, you do look a little different than usual today. Especially that swimsuit.
友情とは違ってこの服は戦闘のために準備したものではありません。
Girl softly pursed her lips and paused.
これは勝利の後に分析員さんと特別な時間を過ごすために用意した勝者の水着です。分析員さんはまず勝ちてしかる後に戦いを求めようという言葉を聞いたことはありますか？
I think I've heard something similar, but not like this exact sentence.
きっと必ず勝てるくらいの体勢で挑まないとカーシアさんには絶対に勝てないと思います。
As expected, a hint of worry revealed itself on her face when she spoke of her opponent. But it was only momentary. Soon after, I spotted a gentle blush on her cheeks once again.
そういえば聞き忘れてましたけど、服は気に入りましたか？
I stepped forward, softly brushing aside her windblown hair and replying sincerely. Yeah, it's amazing. I really like it, Marianne.
本当ですか？よかったです。さっきからずっと心配で。分析員さんの趣味に合わなかったらどうしましょうって他の服を用意する時間もあるかどうか。
How the hell does this part work?
幸いいつも通り分析員さんに褒めてもらいました。
Like, normally those are for, like, putting stuff inside, but that's too thin to put stuff inside. Marianne, you should be more confident.
分析員さんから見ると私はまだ自信なさそうですか？
Have confidence. No confidence.
じゃあはっきりと言わせていただきますね。分析員さん、もっと近づいて。
Marianne mysteriously asked me to lean in, gesturing for me to move my ear close to her lips.
覚悟してくださいね。
Bakudo... Nani?
今度こそ決して分析員さんを 他の人に譲ったりしませんから。
He's a yandere, let's go! No, she's not. Girl, having bravely launched her attack, claps her hands back behind her back, waiting for a response. A soft flush graced her cheeks. Alright, then I'll just wait and see. I smiled and pinched her cheek. I then turned around as the door behind me was pushed open. You're up early? I didn't. He's not voiced for some reason. Yeah, why is she not voiced? Anyway, we searched an entire restaurant for you, and here you are, enjoying the view. Kaya glanced at Marianne, who was still blushing, then flashed me a mischievous smile. Oh, but for you to come all the way here, it seems you're a little drawn to the view yourself. Ada, still as smooth as ever, aren't you? Why is Machu not voiced either? Did I, like, not download their voice packs or something? Hold on, let me drink some water. Seems like Maria wanted to have the adjutant all to herself while we were still sleeping, yeah? All to herself? Were they doing what I think they were doing? If that's the case, shouldn't we put a stop to this immediately? Please don't talk about unsavory things while so many people are around. Besides, aren't you two on the same side as Marianne? Now, little Chen-Xing, you really don't know how to read the room. This vibe is perfect for talk about things that make you blush and get your heart racing. Little Chen-Xing? Is there a problem? Everyone is little in my eyes. ... Inga's casual remark had seemingly left a few victims in its wake. Even Chen-Xing couldn't help but glance down to compare. Oh, since we're on the topic... Oh my god. I'm wearing a swimsuit. Can you take a look, Adjutant? Do you think I've gained weight recently? Thinking if there's anything wrong with it to say the second sentence. This is a massive risk factor right here. There's probably something wrong with the Ryu swimsuit. Yeah, I think you're right. Even though the size is the same, it fits tighter. But specifically chose this one for a reason. Look, Adjutant. As if to prove her point, I just suddenly started bouncing up and down right in front of me. It's perfect for physical activity, right? No matter how much I jump around, it holds everything in place. Shikashi. ... Yeah, holds everything in place. Yeah, right. Bathed in the morning light, the girls' airy laughter echoed over the waves. However, while I should have been completely relaxed, doubt continued to linger in my mind, for one reason or another. Perhaps this dreamy scene would only last for a moment. When our vacation ended, our fate would continue marching onward. And so would this world's. Why is she not voiced anymore? Rinsekin, have some lemon tea. Enjoy yourself and relax over the next few days. Yeah, of course I will. It's our hard-earned vacation after all. Except for the lemon tea Marianne offered, but put down on a straw and took a big gulp. The last time I chose a birthday cake for someone was a lemon tea cake. And they had like a bitten straw as a decoration on the top. Anyway, the refreshing minty flavor, along with the chill of the ice cubes, instantly erased any trace of stress that had just pent up inside me. Marianne, this mint flavor. The heat is really unique, right? Not like the usual tea I make. It seemed like she was expecting my reaction. Actually, Katya made this drink. Katya made it. My tone was a bit off, but it should be Katya made it? Or, hold on. Katya made it. Katya made it? Whatever. I looked around, finally locking eyes with her at a table away from the crowd. I'm still not used to all this noise, no surprises there. Take your time, you're on vacation after all. You can relax and let loose. Coming from the guy whose brows are all scrunched up just now. Katya shot me a mischievous smile, then she suddenly grabbed my arm in front of Marianne. Anyway, you're not wrong. I really do need to get used to the vibe around here, especially since I'll be fighting side by side with Chen-Xing and Enya in a bit. I assume if this is his voice, it would just be what's Captain? Is it Taicho? What's Captain America in Japanese? I forgot. Whatever. Captain Bunseki, will you lead us to victory? Tanya, you can't do that. The Adjutant is our captain too. Refusing to admit defeat, Marianne quickly grabbed hold of my other arm. Caught in between the two, I can only shake my head in resignation. It seemed like relaxation wasn't in the cards for this vacation. So first of all, this could be traced back to 1 week earlier. Oh god, it's a flashback. And my eyes are red. Mr. Guardian. Well, I was expecting this outcome, I just didn't think you'd decide this quickly. So you're choosing to abstain. Shake her head. This competition started all because of me. I can't just stand by and do nothing. I have to join both teams. I thought everyone would be more surprised. Nope, you weren't surprised one bit. After all, you knew exactly how to spread the love. What? And no one's more suited to be a leader than you, Adjutant, so we all expected this. You two really don't miss a thing. Let's not get carried away here. Let's not get carried away here. Marianne, Katya, is that okay with you guys? Fine by me. This will make things even more interesting. I'm okay with it too, I'm just worried about it'll be tiring for you, Adjutant. Don't worry, I'm which good as new now. It's time for me to start moving around more. Yeah, ever since I covenant, he's been super energized every single day. It's like he has infinite strength. Fetty. Why is... Fetty has only said like 2 sentences. And she's sus in both of them. Then if there are no objections, I'll announce the contestants for the competition. What? Not everyone's competing? So yeah, even though everyone signed up, we're limited by the venue and time, so there can't be too many contestants on each team. I think what they mean by venue and time is when this was made during COVID and they can't have all the voice actresses in the studio. And so only Marion barely got voiced. But after discussing it, we finally decided the 3 people from each group would form 2 tactical teams to compete. First we have the blue team, made up of Katya, Chensing, and Enya. Then there's the purple team, made up of Marian, Masiru, and Cherno. Blue team. Right, the blue team is because Katya is a quote-unquote team leader, and purple team is Marian being the quote-unquote team leader. Okay. Besides the colors, I feel there's a more obvious defining characteristics here. Is it bust size? Agreed. Last time I heard Fridia, who was clearly angry, Caroline shook her head and smiled as if she was trying to comfort a kid. Okay, don't be upset that you can get to compete. You guys can enjoy the prize at the end all the same. Are you talking about... That's right, being the first to stay in the resort's penthouse suite of the Adjutant and enjoy a romantic night together. I didn't expect Caroline to be such a... wingman, or wing woman. 17 romantic nights. Rather than worrying about how these happy moments are so fleeting, I was more concerned about how it's surviving them. With that in mind, I lowered my head and took a big drink from my lemon mint tea. We'll be there by the time I finish my drink. Dear passengers, welcome to Erla Water Park. Our ship is about to dock. Today will be sunny all day, with temperatures ranging from 18 to 28 degrees Celsius. The weather is perfect for outdoor activities, so hope everyone will wholeheartedly enjoy the competition today. And tonight, in addition to the Gundam, what? This is supposed to be Gundam? In addition to the Gundam performance, there will be a rare bioluminescent sea phenomenon waiting for you all along the southeast coast. Have I seen bioluminescence before in real life? I think I have. I can't really remember though. As the announcement sounded, the massive outline of the water park in the distance gradually came into view. We arrived sooner than I expected. I think I've been into a water park before. I haven't been into one in like years though. This sweet competition belonging to me and the girls alone also kicked off with the prize of Seagull. Damn you, Seagulls, for blocking the view earlier. Well, Progress 2, so it's more story. And I spilled some water again. After the yacht docked... Yacht docked, what? I'm saying the right words, but it doesn't sound right. After the yacht docked, we stepped onto the large man-made island one after another, led by a drone. However, when I looked back, I realized there was still one person left standing alone on the empty deck. And it's Kaya. For some reason, Kaya was leaning against the railing, and she looked somewhat fatigued. Oh, she had motion sickness. Her mold eyes had lost their usual sheen. After we had returned from New and Zero, she would occasionally stare up at the sky on days like this. Are you not feeling well? Huh? No, I just wanted to enjoy the breeze a little longer. To be honest, I'm not really used to relaxed vacations like this. It all feels a little unreal. And from up here, I can just make up the top of the hotel. Yeah, you noticed too? The outside of the hotel was modeled after the Ashen Tower from the old Valkyrie Games venue. Of course, a lot of other facilities here are inspired by the old venues as well. After coming back to her senses, Kaya smiled at me. She then teleported to my side with a flicker. But I don't really like heights. Her high ponytail swayed as she purposefully walked with a lazy stride, stretching out as she brushed past me. It was clear that something was weighing on her mind. Okashiyone, there are only drones here. I haven't seen a single living person. In my experience, if we keep moving forward, we'll probably run into someone who can talk to us. In your experience? Don't worry, just follow me. For the time being, I didn't want pressure about what was wrong. It wasn't the right time. At least not yet. My accent is slowly leaking out, and I don't like it. Because of my teeth grouting and shit. We didn't have to walk far before we ran into the three petite figures standing at the main entrance to the hotel. What are you guys doing here? Well, since you asked so keenly... Please allow the ever-intelligent Professor Fidia to kindly explain. Ever-intelligent is unnecessary. That's a thought. Alright, come on, keep going. To protect the adjutant from needless tussles... To unite all people under his strong muscle. Who wrote that? Setting up in the world for truth and love. Iconic cuties reaching for the stars above. Acacia. The ever-intelligent Professor Fidia. Heimdall Force's righteous breaths blasting off at the speed of light. As the sea breeze blows, prepare to fight. This is all wrong! Yeah, that's right. Hey, where's your swimsuit, Caroline? Isn't that a little too straightforward? I could be sensitive too, okay? I was actually really looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, we've never seen Caroline, like, outside of Heimdall. Really? But it's not like I have anything worth looking at. Everything's so small and flat. It's okay, the adjutant isn't limited to any single type. Besides, the girl's charm isn't all about the size. That isn't very convincing coming from you, Enya. Seriously, you guys have totally derailed from the conversation. Didn't the adjutant ask what we were doing here? It's because we're the judges for the competition. We'll be judging everyone, absolutely objectively. Now, Caroline will explain the rules and how the competition will proceed. After saying this, Acacia moved to the back. Caroline then picked up a cardboard box about half a meter tall and walked toward us, so it's like 50 centimeters. It's like as tall as my monitor, I guess. I mean, not as tall, but like slightly taller. First, the two teams will be assigned to 3 different stages based on the results of a random drawing. One contestant alongside the adjutant will participate in each stage's challenge. We'll score them on how well they complete the challenge. So it's kind of like the last rerun with Mashinu. Just let me know to do 6 stages. Yep, you're gonna have to hang in there, adjutant. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. To be honest, I think 6 stages might be too few. Don't get too excited. There are also fun challenges in a huge gift box at the end of each stage. Unlike the stage challenges, these fun challenges require the entire group to work together. You can also earn extra points by completing them. That's a quick explanation of the rules. Next, each team needs to choose a contestant for the random drawing of the first round of the competition. As for the order in which the two teams compete, will be determined by whoever the adjutant saw first this morning. In that case, we go first? Naturally. Did we see her first in the morning? Okay, we saw like multiple people at once in the morning, so like I can't say definitively whether if that's true or not. Yeah, good job, Maria. Then I'll start things off. I took a deep breath before reaching into the cardboard box in Caroline's hands. Bash, Adjutant, take a look. After taking the slip of paper from Marianne and thinking for a moment, I still had no idea what this would entail. Then we're up next. Who should we nominate first from our team? I can't say both at the same time, so, so they did. After the two girls stepped forward simultaneously, they froze in place for a moment. Inda, Chansey can go first. That way I can see how things play out for the first round. After a second, Katya withdrew her outstretched hand and stepped aside, smiling. I've got a challenge right here. Exciting escort. Do we have to take something somewhere? All of these names seem pretty vague. Don't worry, I'll give you more detailed explanations later. Instead of going on about it here, why don't we head to the venue and have a look? It seemed like Caroline had been expecting these reactions. She scrolled over the electronic scoreboard while she was holding, turned around, and walked onto the yacht, motioning us for us to follow her. Unsekin, we... Okay. I took Marion's hand and boarded the yacht. I know, we should start things off on the right foot for everyone, yeah? Okay, rolling boulders. So I wonder if this is a minigame or if this is like actual combat. I hope this is a minigame. We've never seen these outfits before, I don't think. It's not in their 3D models. Please tell me it's a minigame. I don't want to just fight enemies. What about contestants of what bowlers? I reached the target location at the time of the bowlers will knock back contestants.
このマシンたち、敵と味方の区別がついてないようですね。
You can just ignore the enemies. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. The minigame. I don't know how you get more score. Do you have to kill enemies? Because I did notice we get a bunch of score, but I don't know if the score we got was from like finishing the section and then the enemies like getting killed by a game despawning them. Okay, we do have to kill enemies. How's that guy not getting hit? Ow. Hey, she wasn't using this outfit before when we started the stage. Ow. Okay, there is a gap between the there's a gap between the quote-unquote boulders.
分析員さん、スパートをかけますよ。アカシアさんが言っていたギフトボックスはあの足場の上にあります。飛び板を使ってコースから離れましょう。終わりましたよ、カポ。
I just shoot it, don't I? No? Oh, interact, I'm dumb. Because those are the gift boxes you could shoot open in the in Star Master, so if I thought it's the same.
日焼け止め。
Jesus Christ.
もし分析員さんが塗ってくれるのでしたら。
Next. Older Bash has come to an end. The contestants have received a perfect score of 5 points. Congratulations. Our 2 contestants could wait just a moment. The yacht will be here shortly to pick you up. Were you watching me just now, Adjutant? Panting heavily, Marion clearly still hadn't recovered from the fall sprint. Her cheeks were red as drops of sweat gathered on her chin and sparkled in the light. I didn't look away for a second. You did an amazing job, Marianne. I started preparing for a long time just to share a room with you first, Adjutant. Yeah, I can see how you've been working, Marianne. You must have... Other than the winners... What? Huh? I'm also confused. With that, before the yacht arrived, Marion imparted me with a bunch of knowledge that was completely new to me. I'm guessing it's sus. Meanwhile, on the other side... Looks like they're all done with the challenge over there. I didn't think she'd put on a brand new exosuit just for this. Oh, is the... I guess her new outfit is an exosuit? She said it wasn't. Looks like their score is pretty high. Let them get as close to the Adjutant as they want for now. The Adjutant is going to be all ours by tonight anyway. After letting out an icy snore, Kaya's gaze moved to the hotel. I'm not in a rush. Spending a little more time with the Adjutant is enough for me. But now that you mention it, that hotel is really tall. I wonder which floor the couple's suite is on. Yeah, I wonder. Kaya nodded in agreement, but her mind has already drifted away. Ah, my ankle. Did she twist her ankle on the yacht? Or is she like having flashbacks about having her ankle twisted and whatever happened after? Winseki no medeto. Dad had only just docked when I spotted Trina waving her arms to welcome us back. Victory is ours, yeah? We can't get too comfortable. We still have to do the fun challenge. Speaking of, what exactly is the fun challenge? Well... What was the fun challenge you do from the box? Let me see. I picked up a card the size of a palm and read out its contents. Challenge will begin as soon as you read this card. Each team member must choose an ingredient they have on hand and work together to create an ocean-themed dessert for the Adjutant to try. The dessert will be scored based on completeness as well as the Adjutant's reaction. Looks like it's testing your culinary skills. You hate this right up my alley. Oh, really? At least the mapo tofu you made was surprisingly great, Trina. You can hear me, Adjutant? We aren't even touching. Yeah, I don't know when it started, but I can sense Mersault even without touching you, Cherno. Do you think we all got closer after eating strawberry fish balls? Strawberry fish balls won't cause something like that. Our relationship hasn't gotten closer because of anything small like that. In all honesty, I think it's probably because after eating fish balls that day, we went back with the Adjutant and... Mersault? When she spoke, Mersault's tone inadvertently began to soften. She turned her head to the side, her gaze moving past Trina and landing on me. She looked at me in silence with a cute expression. Okay, I'm missing some important lore about some strawberry fish balls. These fish balls are supposed to be savory, and strawberries are, well, supposed to be sweet. And what is sweet and savory at the same time? Cannot think of something that's sweet and savory at the same time. Let's ask Google. What food is sweet and savory? Peanuts and almonds. Teriyaki chicken. I guess teriyaki chicken is true. Sweet and sour pork, I guess there is some savory hints in it. Maple glazed bacon, never had that. Salted caramel, I don't know if I've had. The barbecue sauce. I guess that's true. Okay, so what about dessert? What dessert is both sweet and savory? Maple bacon treats. Chocolate covered pretzels or potato chips. Chocolate covered potato chips. Cheesecake. Does cheesecake? I guess cheesecake does count. Okay, whatever. I've had cheesecakes before. Why is my Twitch preview stuck frozen? Is my motion capture weird? I think that my motion capture is weird. Okay, it's part of my motion capture. Hold on. Probably because my face isn't lit up like normal, so like it can't really tell what facial expressions I'm making, or like my eyes at least. I can't tell my eyes are open or closed. No matter how assertive Ursula acted in front of other people, she was still just as delicate as Cherno at her core. In fact, compared to Cherno, who had gathered enough courage to wear Mizugi, she seemed even more shy. And it really was an interesting juxtaposition. When I realized it, I couldn't hold back my laughter. Adjutant, why are you laughing at the empty spot between me and Cherno? It's because there's a cute girl there. Is it a ghost without a physical form? Let me try to sense it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Did Mashiro see me too? What? It's a girl from Shoujo with sexy legs. So she was just making it up. Is she talking about Caroline, or... I don't know. Sorry to interrupt. As a member of the judges panel, I have a responsibility to remind you of something. The fun challenge does have a time limit, so please don't waste time with the weird conversations. I'm a face reality, yeah, but I'm a terrible chef. That's okay, desserts can be really complicated or really simple. Since we won't be judged on its complexity, I think we should just focus on making something simple yet delicious. Yeah, making the adjutant happy is the most important thing, right? Exactly, and we need to pay attention to the time limit. Right now we only have about half an hour left. We have even less time than expected, yeah. Looks like we need to get moving. Excuse me, Adjutant. I need to get my ingredient ready ASAP. Everyone sprung into action right away when they heard they needed to make something for you, Adjutant. I watched the two figures dash off. Marion couldn't help clasping her hands in front of her chest and sighing as she stood next to me. Sure enough, all of us girls feel the same. And how is that? You stepped in front of me before turning back, tilting her head and smiling. What did they say? If you want to grab hold of someone's heart, you need to grab hold of their stomach first? I guess I've heard, like, food is a way to a person's heart, not, like, this kind of statement type, whatever, phrase. Actually, I'll definitely grab hold of her stomach real tight. See you in a bit. Grab hold of my stomach real tight. Even though Mashiro and Cherno weren't very good in the kitchen, small dessert would likely be no problem. And since Marion is helping too, maybe I could even look forward to it, right? Of course, I couldn't rule out the possibility that the final product would be some... Wow, is that ice cream? I'm impressed you could tell. Marianne, did we mess it up? Surprisingly, it wasn't very different from what I expected. For some reason, like, you know how, like, in anime, if a character can't cook, whatever they cook would become, like, purple sludge and have, like, skulls emerging from it or bubbles. After a half-hour wait, the dish served to me was more like a sculpture honoring some ancient god with seed and his dessert. Okay, let me take another look. What are the ingredients? I assume this is not a transparent cup because, you know. So we have some sort of octopus or squid or something similar. I don't really know what these are. I assume these are like maybe blueberries. Maybe that's the color, and then I assume that's cream or ice cream. If it's dyed, then it's probably from the blueberry flavor. Even though I didn't know how their dessert ended up like this, either way it was complicated. It was completed within the time limit. Oh, the shrimp I peeled for the adjutant is missing. Yeah. Problem wasn't that the strip was missing. Well, why would you add the ice cream in the first place? And the octopus is still alive. Oh well, no use thinking about it. There's already something fireworks that was sure to grab hold of my stomach. If you think you won't like it, don't force yourself, Adjutant. There is no way I could turn her down when she was staring at me with such such a heart-wrenching look. With that, I made up my mind. I then closed my eyes and began to steady my breathing. I think when I was in South Korea, I was really young. People around me were eating like raw octopus. I was too scared to try it. But the octopus, even after you cut them up into like squares, I remember like we were served, either served or like we cut them up with scissors. Since we were young, into like squares where like each suction cup had like its own square, basically. And even like even when they were like individual squares, each suction cup could still like suck onto the dishes and plates. Yeah, that's how alive they can be with their non-concentrated nervous system. Because if you recall, octopi as non-invertebrates, they don't have a brain, they don't have a spinal cord or vertebrae. They have their nervous system is like all across their body, kind of like cockroaches. You know, cockroaches, they don't necessarily have a brain. They have a head, but you know they have a lot of their processing separated in different parts of their body. And octopi are the same. So even if you cut off the tentacle, and you know they can still move and use their suction cups. Anyway, with that, I made up my mind. I then closed my eyes and began to study my breathing. If I were the adjutant, I would just eat, I assume this blueberry and the ice cream and not the tentacles. Maybe I would eat the tentacles if I liked octopus. I don't know if I do like raw octopus, so I don't know. Oh god. It was simple. I just have to pick up the spoon and swallow the ice cream bite by bite. Then it will all be over. It's going to melt if you wait any longer. Then it wouldn't taste good, yeah? It's still squirming. Listen up. You have to make sure you respect good food before you eat it. I'll put on an act, close my eyes, and revealing a regretful and guilty expression. Sorry, before I destroy its perfection with my spoon, give me some time to take a mental picture while it's still alive and well. The adjutant looks so serious. It seems like he's being genuine. Really? But alive and well doesn't really seem like a good way to describe ice cream. The stage was set, so... Whoa, the adjutant is taking his first bite! Are you sure it's okay? To be honest, it was anything but okay, but it was too late to turn back. You can see the bite here of the ice cream. I should be starting out the ice cream, yeah. Bam. In an attempt to free up the spoon to catch the sliding shrimp, my body reacted involuntarily. What do you mean? So when he was trying to spoon up the shrimp, he nervous system automation shoved it in his mouth. It's like when you have two things in your hand and then you throw the thing you're not supposed to throw in the bin into the bin. Because your brain is just automatic on autopilot. He ate it! The Adjutant ate the ice cream! Yay! How does it taste, Adjutant? Yeah, the shrimp I peeled so carefully fell on the table. Caroline, now, observe the Adjutant. We can't miss a single tiny change in his expression. I think we better call an ambulance instead. This is a place to spoon in my mouth. A strong fruity acidity seemed to be facing off with the salty flavor of the seafood. Locked in a constant battle for my taste buds, but as the ice cream began to melt, they merged together with its sugary sweet taste. Typically, foods like this with complex layered flavors are difficult to describe, but unexpectedly, for me and probably most people, it wasn't bad. In fact, it actually contained some pleasant surprises. After sampling the dessert's unique flavor, I didn't hesitate to go in for another big bite. Huh, even though the Adjutant looked concerned at first, his expression suggests he started to enjoy it more and more as the time went on. Are you crazy? No matter how you spin it, there's no way ice cream and octopus tentacles go well together. Wait a second, Acacia, upon closer inspection, those don't actually seem to be real octopus tentacles. What? Caroline was right. Due to its initial appearance on my own prejudice, I had mistaken those purple chunks for octopus tentacles. When in reality, it wasn't the source of the salty seafood's flavor, instead. Karen had made those purple octopus tentacles out of blueberry jello. Can you tell what they are, Adjutant? It's perfectly in line with your trademark style, you know? So is it hard to guess? And right, they made some sort of jelly before they mentioned. I forgot if I don't know if we can like go that far back. It's not the strawberry fish balls. I swear they mentioned about making something. I forgot. We still make the pearls next to the octopus. Oh, those are pearls and not like blueberries. So then the ingredients are ice cream, shrimp, and blueberry jello. Okay. Yep, Marcel made those all by herself. Sorry, I'm not as good as my hands as Cherno, so that was the only shape I could make. It's a perfect size to eat in a single bite. Overall, the tart flavor you two worked together to create gets 100 points. What about my part, the salty seafood flavor, yeah? Of course you get 100 points, so even though putting shrimp in ice cream seems a bit scary at first. Let's skip to the last bit of ice cream in the bottom of the cup with ice spoon, holding up for everyone to see. The little semi-transparent balls shone with a faint red hue in the sunlight. The real source of Mashiru's salty seafood flavor isn't the shrimp, but the shrimp's roe. But the ingredients aren't fresh, so they don't taste fishy at all. They actually add a unique salty flavor to this dessert. I almost fell into the ocean looking for a shrimp with roe. All the more reason I can't waste that piece of shrimp. Mashiru's thought process was one of a kind, but she always shared whatever she thought was best with me. Those that moved me more than anything. I actually like shrimp roe. I actually like roe of a lot of seafood. Except for like one type that I can think of. It's like a long but thin fish, but like it has a lot of roe. I believe the roe are like white color. That one I don't like. That one's too much. It's like salty and like creamy. I don't like it. I like, I believe it's crab roe, salmon roe, and shrimp roe. I believe those are the three I like. I believe. With that in mind, I picked up a piece of shrimp that had fallen on the table, tossing it in my mouth without hesitation. That was a little unsanitary, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Of course, that moving emotion didn't last long. What, did I get a stomachache? As I turned my head, I found that Marianne was also staring at me with the childlike excitement in her gaze. Finally, I also give the ice cream that Marianne made 100 points. Hold on, she made the ice cream. Ice cream requires a few ingredients. It requires, milk and Mostly milk, but also vanilla extract. I don't know if you can make ice cream without vanilla extract. Like maybe it will be like milk flavored ice cream. That exists, you know, especially from like Japan. But where did she get the milk? Even though it might seem like the simplest addition, it acts as an intermediary to blend the two other contrasting ingredients together. Mary must have thought about it really carefully. The ratio of the three ingredients is just perfect. That's something only Marianne can achieve, seeing as she brews different types of tea really often. Your team's total score for the challenge is 300 points. Yay! Actually, please don't steal the judge's job. This challenge is only worth 3 points at most. You got overruled. Our evaluation also determined that your scores for this challenge are pretty close to perfect. Congratulations, you received a score of 2.5 for the fun challenge. That leaves the purple team with a current score of 7.5. Yokata, I feel so relieved. We're the only ones who can relax now, yeah? Yeah, I should probably go check on Katya and the others. As he stood before me, there was a look of reluctance in the girl's eyes, but even more apparent was the anticipation to compete by my side again. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. After promising this, I turned around and got on Caroline's yacht. Caroline, how are Katya and the others doing? You just finished drawing their challenge. Take a seat. We're heading out now. You shouldn't have left so fast, Leon. I probably didn't want Katya and the others to wait too long. He's always considerate of everyone's feelings. ... This time I definitely won't let anyone else have you, Adjutant. Can I really keep that mentality until the very end? Maybe. I do like Marianne more than Katya, so I do hope that happens. There's a prelude. I'm gonna look at the prelude first because we haven't seen that yet. I don't think. I don't remember. It feels like I have, but like I also haven't seen it. We've already gone through some of the story, so I shouldn't like backtrack. There's like about 12 like story bits, so not assume. We're gonna do about half of it. Like we're gonna go up to tracking waves, and then we might do how to story or personnel file. I mean, advanced. So it's another mini game. Did I get 3 stars for the last one? I did. Okay. You can see the stuff load in. It's like an escort mission. Okay, I have to hold the skill. Exciting escort, because some escort okay, so basically we just instant escort mission. We can't let them attack it, or else it will move backward. Yeah, we have to learn how to skill work. Did I clear out those earlier than I was supposed to? Yeah, I think they were supposed to block your way, and then I just use my skill and then broke all those. That's what be next to it. I don't know. Why does that have like a double knife? If you're in close range, you might as well just use the stock area? How do you call it? I don't know. How do you call it? The grip area. Hey, this thing has unlimited ammo, I think. Yeah, it's like making like the sounds of the bullet casings falling from the gun, the turret, but there's no like bullets, so it's not playing the bullet sounds. It's playing like the water splashing sounds. So I think these are projectiles, like that are affected by gravity. I think that's all. Yeah, you have to be close to it for it to move. Yeah, I've seen this before. And it's still floating above her chest. Next stage. Exciting escort has come to an end. Contestants have received a score of 4.5 points. Congratulations. We're just 0.5 points away from a perfect score. Sorry, it's all because I zoned out for a minute. It's not a big deal. Don't be so hard on yourself. Keeping your composure in front of the adjutant is difficult in its own right. Really? Well, I guess I haven't had fun with you like that in a long time, Adjutant. As she pulled out a card from a gift box, the girl softly tucked her wet hair behind her ear. However, the second she turned around. Unsekin, Kimiwa. Beads of water slid down the contours of her pale neck, as a red tinge bloomed on her cheeks. The card she had been holding then fell to my feet. Whoa, he's all wet! Only the adults are allowed to watch this team. Did she put Rydia away? Well, Acacia, why are you covering my eyes? Voice crack. And ignoring all the chatter around me, I followed her unbroken umbrella out of sight, looking down at myself. Ah, I see. What clothes clung to my skin amidst the watery mist, perfectly tracing my body for everyone to see. You need me to find something to cover you up with? When she said this, her gaze didn't waver for a second. Should I pose a little? I bent down, grabbed the fun challenge card off the ground, and tucked it into my waistband before pulling off my shirt. Ah. Look, the shirt's still hanging on his waist. When she saw I didn't make the daring move she'd expected, Jensen could only lower her head with disappointment. Despite her best attempts to conceal her flushed cheeks, it was no use. It seemed as though she had the thought soon after. She smiled, talking to herself under her breath. Anyway, no harm done. The image has been carved in my memory. I heard that. Something froze in place after her burst her bubble. Ataku Bunsekin, I just got here and already caught you doing bad stuff to a poor little girl. Little girl? Am I a little girl too? She can only bully someone like the honest heiress of the G family anyway. A laugh sounded behind me. Kanya and Enya had sailed the yacht right over to us. Oh, no wonder her face is so red. Not many of our operatives would be able to restrain themselves seeing you like that, Adjutant. But it's in summer, so you might catch a cold if you stand there all wet. Let me help you dry off. And you suddenly pull a towel up from behind her back like one of Tessa's magic tricks. I'll dry head first since it'll get cold the fastest. She stood up on her tiptoes and leaned against my back, putting some of her weight on me. The burn towel seemed to come alive under Enya's agile fingers, gently sucking out every last drop of cold water lingering in my hair. Looks like we're really enjoying that. I didn't want to refuse Enya's kind gesture. And finishing the fun challenge is the most important thing right now. And Sakina, I'm gonna dry your neck next, okay? Oh, since your neck's so tense, I'll give you a little massage. Thank you, Enya. I have to admit, my neck was a little sore after 2 rounds of challenges. Technically 3 because of the ice cream. I felt like their eyes were burning holes in me. I seem to remember someone saying finish the fun challenge is the most important thing right now. Thanks to the projection system in place across the island, an image of Acacia suddenly appeared out of thin air just to mock me. Here's the fun challenge I was just talking about. Pretending to keep my cool, I ignored Acacia's rug and pulled the card I got from Chinsing out of my waistband. The challenge will begin as soon as you read this card. Once the challenge begins, please do not take the adjutant's measurements. What? These materials provided by the judges make the adjutant a summary, okay, it's as in like summer, and tight-fitting outfit complete with a hat, shirt, and swim trunks. The outfit will be scored based on completeness and how well it fits. You have to focus on summary styles. It isn't even summer. I had a lot of complaints about that on our vacation last year. Okay, please lift up your arms. I'm going to dry your body. Actually, I threw in a back massage too. No, I can hardly wait. Look at that, they're jealous. They're so jello. The corners of their mouths begin twitching and normally again. Then I could see flames igniting in their eyes once again. With that, I hurriedly straightened up. Of course, I can hardly wait for the challenge too. If everyone's ready, we can start now. Hey now, what's the rush? You're not even dry yet, right? How about we have you dry off too? I already warmed up these towels, so let's go ahead. Chris began slowly approaching me, not even allowing me to think. However, at that moment... Alrighty, your back is all dry. Next up is... Huh? Instantly squatted down and grabbed the shirt hanging around my waist. I can do that part myself. Thanks for the kindness, guys, but I'm dry already. To prevent the charade from going any further, I grabbed Enya's hand just in time. 残念だな. Why so close? Enya slowly stood up. Since you're embarrassed to be lovey-dovey in front of with me in front of all these girls, I won't push the adjutant. But she flashed me a flirty smile along with a peace sign. I already felt out the adjutant's measurements with my hands. So while she was drying the adjutant off, yep, but it happened before the challenge started, so I didn't break the rules, right? Can I agree with that? I know that was Enya's plan. I really had her all wrong. You're so naive, little Miss Harris. Enya's top priority was making her move on the adjutant while she had the chance. What? Hey, got you saw right through me. My spacebar is... Man, I really need to get this fixed soon. Jessica was used to playing by the book, causing her to be more innocent than Cadbury or Enya. I won't worry about it since we're teammates now. We need to focus on making an outfit for the adjutant right now. But most of the time, Chinsing's tendency to play by the book and differentiate between public and private behavior helps things go smoothly. Well said, Chinsing. Everyone can work together and do their best. We're our best? Then I'll handle the shirt. Please let me handle the swim trunks then. I want to make up for the mistake I made in the last charm. Chinsing clenched her fist like she had come to a decision. Guess I don't have a choice. The only piece left is the hat, right? Katja waved her hand in resignation. She was silent for a moment before narrowing her eyes and shifting her gaze back to me. It's alright, I know Steam searched anyway, so let me apologize in advance, Adjutant. Now that you've divided up the work, come with me to pick out your supplies. And it's this warehouse we saw back in like chapter 2 or something, when Wednesday was freaking out. This is this man-made island's warehouse? Don't mind the random decor. The supplies for making clothes are on shelf 128. We'll be there in just a second. There's a lot of stuff in here, huh? Yeah, there's even a scale Gundam model. And that's off limits. Please don't touch it. I made Caroline to sound not nerdy enough in that lesson. The girls pursued the massive rows of shells, choosing whatever materials their hearts desired. Cotton, spandex, fresh palm leaves. I mean, you know how like when they have to like cover private parts in like drawn stuff, they just use like palm leaves. This might not be good enough to show off every contour of the adjutant's body. Like spandex then. Here's those complex fabrics, and you find yourself with a case of decision paralysis. Is that what it's called? But after this momentary hesitation, an idea popped into her head. I've got it. I already have the perfect fabric. Alrighty, time to start cutting. I wonder what's the perfect fabric she's talking about. Please don't tell me it's her own outfit and she's like cutting... No, there's not enough fabric from her own outfit. Nearby, it seemed like Kanya had already decided on a plan. A raffia straw hat won't be a perfect symbol to represent summer. All materials are here, but... Kaya looked at the large bundle of straw lying on the shelf above her inside. I have no idea how to weave. Don't worry, we made sure to get a smart weaver machine. It's at the top shelf of... Shelf 1600! You think you put it too far away? Looks like everyone else has decided on a course of action. How about you, Chensei? I want to do some embroidery. Embroidery? Wow, how proper. I'm still thinking about what exactly to embroider. Embroidery in like... I don't know how different the time limit is, because the last time limit for making a dessert was half an hour. I don't know how long this would be. And as far as I know, embroidery, it takes like a few hours. Unless she's like really good at it, I don't know. Or like with machines or something. I see, then we'll leave you to it. I can't wait to see what you've come up with, Chensei. Arigato. Chensei saw and nodded and acknowledged him before closing her eyes again. Keep in touch. I don't know. There might be a different outcome. There might not be. I'm not sure. You know, it's 50-50 to be honest. Because sometimes they do have a different outcome, but like the outcome is different. It could be different, but like the outcome is not going to be too much different. So if we pick this option, we will probably make some like really good embroidery. If we pick this one, it's probably going to be like adjutant related, so I'm going to pick this one. Use the rich black as its base, then speckle it with sparkling gold. The final product. That's it. Absolutely magnificent. I can't tell exactly what's going on there, but it inexplicably gives out a domineering vibe. Chensei finished her piece at the speed of light as Frida was speaking. Okay, so she's really good at it. The two teammates also finished their pieces. Next, it was time to check the fit of the items and score them. Jesus Christ! Okay, so the three items, I didn't get a good view of the straw hat, but the top, it feels like that's gay people would wear, and then the bottom, the trunks, you know. I guess in Chensei's mind, the adjutant's like leadership and like the word was domineering, but I can't find like a synonym for it. There's like a black gilded black dragon, I suppose. Like it's. Now I do want to know what the other option is. All of these pieces have been completed pretty well, but I feel like they're a little mismatched, especially when you put them all right next to each other. That said, it's all proof that everyone put their own emotions into their work. Huh? Like, those pair of swim trunks. It's clearly Chensing's painstakingly embroidered the dragon on them herself, right? Yeah. The stitching is extremely detailed. You perfectly captured the dragons with majesty. I purposely chose something that would match your personality, Adjutant. It's a perfect fit. I think this piece deserves a reward. Yeah, you didn't even take his measurements. That's amazing. That's because I have a photographic memory. I already have the Adjutant's measurements memorized. Chancellor began to stammer, and her cheeks grew pink as peach blossoms. And yet your shirt is tight-fitting without even a single wrinkle. Yeah, it's a perfect piece, but the style... not just on his clothes. Does it? Maybe this part, maybe? Is this even a mesh? I can't tell because of the art style. I can't tell if it's like a... Because, like, the one she made for us was like a net mesh. But this one is like a... synthetic mesh. It doesn't just match. Huh? You sure your wearing was made from the clothes I was wearing, Adjutant? Huh? I was right. It was the clothes she was wearing, but... Where did she get the fabric from? What do you think? Does it feel like I'm hugging you nice and tight? You just softly caress her cheek, and expect him to smile blossoming on the corner of her lips. With few deep breaths, I calm the wild emotions inside me. Yeah, actually, I feel the perfect amount of tightness and warmth the second I put it on. Last of it is kindness and... Sorry, I'm no match for it, and yeah, chancing when it comes to this kind of stuff. In the end, all I could make was this normal straw hat. But it fits really well, and most importantly, it had a lot of sentimental value. What makes you say that? Pinch the brim of the hat, looked at her with firm yet tender gaze, and spoke confidently. Because it's the first hat you've ever made by hand, right? Eh? Don't worry, make sure to get a smart reaver machine. It's up at the top of shelf 1600. Do you think that's way too far away? Oh well, I'll just do it myself. Too lazy to go get it? I can teleport there in an instant if I wanted to. It's just because Kat looked over at her teammates, hard at work cutting their fabric. I don't want to stand out that much. I guess you saw right through me. Is it because the quality's a little rough? Not at all. Actually, your ability to pick up on new things is incredible. I think I can, like... What's the word? Like, crochet? Like, what's the word? Like... Making like, straw things is what I'm trying to say. You know, like the crisscross button? I think I can do it if I was given the materials. I wouldn't be able to do it, like, really fast, but at least I can do it. So I kind of get where they're coming from. Thanks for the compliment, but I'm not flying for a little consolation speech. It's not consolation. This has is objectively perfect. Even though it's simple, you didn't leave out a single detail. See, I'm not the only one who thinks so. Pat looked away. She seemed embarrassed and resistant to hear our sincere compliments. With that faint sense of resistance, there's a trace of longing. Overall, the judges panel also awards this hat with a score of 1 point. That's great, so we got all 3 points, right? And unfortunately, even though all your individual pieces are excellent, they look strange altogether. So the judges panel has decided to exact 0.5 points, leaving your team with a total of 7 points. So, Marion's team is in the lead right now. But the Adjutant looks so handsome in this outfit. I don't really want to admit it, but that's mostly because of the Adjutant, not the clothes. There's a fake sense of disappointment on the girls' faces upon hearing the results. Don't get discouraged, okay? I'll do my best to soften my tone in an effort to ease their worries. The competition just started. Let's use the first round as a learning experience. You're right, the stage challenges have helped me notice my weaknesses. Yeah, I know you guys can do even better. So, should we try cooperating a little more during the next fun challenge? I'll try my best. The same brilliant fighting spirit they'd shown in the beginning finally reignited in their eyes, but just then. Reminder, the purple team has drawn their card. Please prepare for the next round, Adjutant. Oh, looks like they can't wait another minute. Is Mashiru like repeating what the announcement said? Reminder, the purple team has drawn their card. Please prepare for the next round, Adjutant. Mashiru, the Adjutant is gonna get flustered if we keep rushing him like that. But isn't it dangerous for us to just leave the Adjutant there, Nya? They're all girls with high power ranks. Bonk. Yeah. Don't talk like that. We're all still going to be teammates after the competition ends. I shook out my head, looking at the three girls in front of me. So, who's my partner this time? It's me. As the trademark high-pitched voice sounded, Juno carefully raised her hand from under a large stone hat. But then... technically, it's us two. Elimination. I think we just have to kill enemies this time. Hey, there's a unique intro this time. She's sighing. Magic Mayhem. This challenge consists of being able to do damage to any single conventional methods, and the contestant shoots an enemy. Find an enemy that is the same and shoot next to it to defeat them. Okay. 手分けして敵を狙うぞ。私は左目で大きい方を狙う。ジェルノは右目で小さい方を狙え。これ本当に大丈夫ですか？頭がクラクラします。敵の種類が増えました。ん？3人目の人格はどこかって？そんなのねえよ。狙いが合わなくなっちゃいそう。So here's the enemy types. There's a big flyer, there's a small flyer, and then there's a ground guy. So that's how you like recognize them. Doa から出てきた。心配するな。奴らをその箱には近づけさせねえから。シェルノも頑張ります。光も闇も錯覚。待って、シェルノ。同じタイプの敵を攻撃するんだ。Huh? Am I lagging? Hold on, I'm gonna check if I'm lagging. Hold on. Is that those two enemies for some reason didn't die immediately when they were both highlighted? Okay, I think I'm fine. The enemies are just both coming out like the same type run after the other. So I don't know, and those two guys are stuck. I didn't get all the points? Don't tell me it's because those guys got stuck. Okay, no, it's just because I need to open the box to get the points. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I saw some fan art of Snowbreak like recently, and I didn't expect Snowbreak to get fan art because this is like all that popular of a game. Matching mayhem has come to an end. The contestants have received a score of 4 points. Keep working hard. I'm still kind of dizzy. Yeah, me too. Is she like mentally throwing up? To my surprise, Mersault was the first to hurl. Well, what can you do? We got unlucky this time with a complicated challenge Shona wasn't very good at. Anyway, let's find somewhere to rest. Here, I'll carry you guys back. Come in. Are you feeling better, Treno? Yeah, I'm better after having that special drink the adjutant gave me. Then hurry and apologize for pulling our score down. I'm sorry. That wasn't very sincere, Nya. You're in front of the adjutant. You should at least take off... Bonk. Nya. Mashiru, don't pick on Treno. Gomenasai, Nya. Anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better, Treno. Do we have another fun challenge next? As long as we cooperate like before, we're sure to get a high score. Yeah, but the rules of this fun challenge are a little different than before. She said this, Treno took off her hat and pulled a card from it. So she's already read it? Please dive down directly under the yacht and search for hidden treasures in the shipwreck. 1 point will be awarded for completing the challenge. 1 point will be deducted if you fail. That sounds like Acacia came up with it. So y'all, any questions or concerns? Diving, huh? I don't like getting wet, Nya. Because it's hard to dry your fur, or is it because you don't like the sound of the hairdryer? Correction, I'm not a cat. I simply don't like feeling cold, Nya. That was a good question. Actually, I don't really like the cold either. And I have a little trick for that. Just stick close to the adjutant and you'll warm up in no time. Oh, really? Then let's try it in a second. It won't work. That shipwreck is cursed. Because everyone was coming up with ideas, an icy voice sounded from behind us. Acacia's phantom-like projection stared off into the ocean, seemingly speaking to something we couldn't see. The wandering souls trapped there will steal away every last bit of your warmth if you get close to the treasure. But what did Acacia just say? She probably just said that to make things seem more scary. Don't worry, ghosts aren't real. But it's really freezing, yeah. I'm afraid the evidence won't be enough to save us, yeah. Hang on there just a little longer. We already found the shipwreck's entrance. Hope a velociraptor doesn't suddenly pop out and attack us. There aren't any velociraptors at the bottom of the ocean. Alright, everyone hold on tight to me. After we swim through that pipe, we'll be inside the shipwreck. So I guess they're using comms underwater. Probably like with like gas tanks and masks and stuff. Got it. Have we seen this background before? I don't think we have. It's so luxurious inside, just like a real cruise ship. There are a lot of different rooms, yeah. The treasure must be hidden in one of them. Is there going to be a nurse without a face waiting inside? There aren't any nurses at the bottom of the ocean. Besides, isn't your uninvited Adio loaded up with 80 rounds? Is that her gun's name? I couldn't help letting out a sigh as I looked at Cherno hiding behind me, burying her head in my clothes. Has she been watching too much TV recently? Oh god, the ghost was hot. Nyah. Just as I got distracted by my thoughts, a loud noise sounded. Abnormal blocks of color began flashing on the terminal I was holding. That was so loud, my perception amplifier is completely out of commission. Our aquatic detectors aren't working either, but our oxygen supply and underwater life support systems are both working. Did you guys just see a girl wearing a big hat? I'm not talking about Mersault. It was a girl with a really tall big hat, like Tsumetai, Tsumaranai, Hoshi. We've seen this. I think we've seen this like artwork before. Watched the suddenly appearing ghost move closer and closer. I pulled Cherno in as she trembled, moving my other hand to my gun. What do you want? Hoshi... Star Master Hoshi! Ghost! What a lame line. As soon as I heard it, I knew this ghost was actually a projection Acacia put there. Master and Marion, open fire. Don't worry about wasting bullets. Hey, Buzekin. The moment she mentioned Star Master, we knew it's Acacia. We quickly destroy the projection with an intense shower of firepower, exercising the ghost. I want broccoli steamed in no salt. Mashiru, Marianne. Makirimashita. Did they blow the ghost up? Oh, gee. Goodbye. Is it that's not there? We worked together to look through all the rooms before heading back where we started. There's still no trace of the treasure chest. But just put those projections here to get in our way. They're probably laughing at us while they hide behind a surveillance system. Probably. Wait, what do you mean by a surveillance system, Mashiru? Mashiru says something. Give me an idea. Mashiru, is there a way to use the surveillance devices here to hack into the judge's system? Yeah, if we could get into our system, we know where all the mechanisms are right away. You want me to do it, Unsekin? It's possible in theory, but Freedom will be waiting for us, yeah? Mashiru's ears dropped. She clearly needed some encouragement. You know what? I'll help you get publishing rights for a new book after we get back. Upon hearing this, Mashiru's ears perked right back up. Yeah, let me give it a shot then. It's this asset again. It's been used in the last summer event as well. Summer rerun. Meanwhile, in the judge's room, things are looking good. Mashiru has infiltrated our equipment with the backdoor hardware. Yeah, we can guarantee you still have most of the control permissions, but you can't regain control over the surveillance or projection system. And seriously, why is Mashiru being so bold this time? Rain, we now have control of 10% of the island systems, yeah. Though it doesn't sound like much, it'll be enough to find a treasure chest. Let's pat her on the head. What's the line for good job? It's not Gokurasawa. Frick. It's not frick, I can't speak Japanese now. Like, Gokurosawa is for, like, if you're, like, speaking down to, like, people of lower ranking to you. Is it Gokuyata? Otsukare? Yeah, Otsukare. Otsukare Mashiru. Yeah, according to the surveillance system, the treasure chest is an event above room 7. That's going to be a tight fit. Unsekin, I'm small enough. Let me go and get it. No, we should play it safe. Alga. I don't want to admit it, but when it comes to being small, I take the cake. Well, that's the truth. Of course, I'm not going there for nothing. My reward would be 10 head pass from the adjutant. That they can be paid in installments. I knew there would be a catch. I'd like to get 10 head bats. After swimming back to the yacht with the treasure chest in tow, we finally saw the 2 judges in the flood. It was probably because the monitoring and projection systems were hacked and still need time to recover, so this was the only way they could watch us. Congratulations, guys! You earned 1 point. Yeah, I'm sorry you get tired. After mechanically congratulating us, Chana looked at me and let out a long sigh. Didn't expect you guys to come up with an idea like that. It was mostly the adjutant's idea. I thought Acacia would be mad, but surprisingly, she was the first to reveal a smile. It was a fantastic tactic, and you carried it out beautifully. We lost fair and square. We broke the control system. That doesn't matter. Cleverly utilizing the rules to complete the challenges is part of the fun. I was enjoying the process the whole time too. Of course, the most important thing is... the system is my job. Let me guess, it's videos? Yup, it's videos. Achoo! Is someone talking about me? Seems like they made a mistake. It seems like they made a mistake too. We might be able to tie in the second round. We might even be able to get ahead of them. It's about time for us to draw another card now that they're finished, right? Oh yeah, who should we send out this round? It's okay. It's alright if you don't make it this time. You worked so hard. We can all see that. Standing by the rail and gazing up at the top of the platform, Kaya didn't hear a word of what Enya had said. Kaya? Huh? Come in. The wind was kind of loud just now. I didn't hear you. Hey, you didn't need to send too far away from us. I was just asking who we should send out next. If you don't mind, you can go, Enya. I still want to save my energy. Save your energy? I get it. You want to catch them off guard at the last second. I guess you could say that. Anyway, you can handle the next round, Enya. Yeah, count on me. I'll show you guys what the most dependable team in this competition looks like. Well, you're not the main character, so you're not the most whatever what's the word? What's the word? Competent, yep, that's the word. Competition. Also, do tell me if the audio is off, because I did change my audio capture settings in addition to the, you know, the bitrate, video bitrate. What the hell is that? Is that a Tenga? Is that a Tenga? Destruction Derby. Is it an automatic weapon? I expected it to be just like a point and shoot kind of thing, not... Why is that area there? Not, Do we kill them for points? They don't give us points. Do you want to kill them while they like soften up that guy so that they don't steal our points and we don't have to shoot as many bullets to these guys? You can also kill them directly, but you might like they might steal your points. So I don't know. Hey, more turrets. They're not using turret? Okay. Can they like just change out the sound of the casings falling out, because like it's weird that it's shooting water but there's bullet casing sounds dropping on the ground. Unlimited bullets and static skill uses. That is not unlimited bullets. The jiggle physics are impressive as always. Like, I really don't know which part of her outfit she tore off. Maybe it's not this outfit and it's like another outfit? I mean, now it's infinite bullets. If it's infinite skill, then we can just spam this.
こんなことは避けたかったんですが。私が道を切り開きます。カチャカチャ。今戦場は私の手のひらの上です。
Okay, which way do I want out?
お姉さんに
Oh,
渡
that's
す
it,
ね。
yeah.
ここでひとまずお休みしましょう。まったくやんちゃですね。
What is the baby? Toddler kind. You know what? Since there's like 11 progress and then 3 files, that's 14 in total. I rather do like progress 7. Progress 6 is next. What time is it? It's 10. So it's been 2 hours, okay. Construction derby has come to an end. The contestants have received a perfect score of 5 points. Ah, it's over already. I haven't had enough fun with the adjutant yet, though. I shook my head in resignation as I gazed at the ground charred by her guardian body. If you kept that up, you'd slug the entire island, hadn't you? Did it go a little overboard? And yet put a finger to her lips, pretending to act innocent. But it worked out in the end. Keep that same energy for the next fun challenge. Actually, before we move on, remember it's progress 6. Was it progress 5 that had to make the outfits? Yeah, there's a skip button. It's progress 4. Because I do want to know what's the other option for Chenzi. Yeah, it is. It's progress 4. I guess it could still be the same one, because if she wanted to win, she could just make something, really outstanding, and that dragon would, be outstanding on its own. Spamming the spacebar in Luckwood. Yeah, at least in like Genshin, yeah, it skips pretty fast. In Genshin, you have to wait for them to finish their sentence a lot of the time. I'm almost there. Yeah, but at least this is the option, yep. Let's choose this one. Oh yeah, it's different. I can use seawater blue as a base and embellish it with white for the waves. Just like this. Victory's mine! Yeah, I can't even see what she's doing. She's complete her piece in the blink of an eye. That's just win, I think, but I can't read the rest. I think the other one was better, the dragon one. The pair of swim trunks with 3 Shensings basically embroidered the characters on them herself, right? Yeah. That's her determination to win the second I put them on. Which part of your body do you sense that with? By the way, I embroidered words from the ancient Suzhou language. Well, just began to semester, and her cheeks grew pink as peach blossoms. It means Azure triumph. When you read it in Shuzhouese, it sounds like victory. That's a really clever double meaning. It's only a pun, but taking everything into account, this piece really deserves an award. Okay, so you've seen that. Okay. Yeah, I do prefer the dragon one. Like, I don't like how flashy the dragon one is, but like I would prefer the dragon one over the victory trunks. Then let's head back together. After saying this, Enya grabbed onto my arm and pressed up against it. Mina, we're back. He's glued to him. His whole arm is buried in there. Oh, is our little Harris jealous? That's not what I meant. If the Adjutant likes it, then by all means. After she said this, Chensing is still inadvertently looked away. And I could do something like that too. Eh, something like that? What are you talking about? Some things are better left unsaid. Your unique qualities are what makes you charming. Eh, Honto? Rita pondered for a moment before rubbing her chest. Hey, I actually think you're right. Hey, that was a close one. I almost let myself not get the better of me. But no matter how much you compliment me, I'll never forget I need to be a fair and objective judge. Are you guys all ready for the next fun challenge? Yep, pull out the card, Enya. Okay, give me a second. Here it comes. Isn't it really deep? Did she like put the card between her and her bust? I don't know. Form a line and use the tight wire connected to the boat's stern to safely deliver a watermelon to the opposite wind turbine platform. What? What's a stern? Is it the front or the back? Boat stern. Yeah, the stern is the back part. One point will be awarded for completing the challenge. 1 point will be deducted if you fail. As soon as Enya finished reading, a cluster of drones brought over a thin wire only as wide as my pinky finger. Uh-oh. I have to transport a watermelon? I think I can do it in real life. Maybe. If the cable or wire isn't like doesn't have much friction, then I can probably do it. Because otherwise it will like burn me. I'm thinking of like laying on top of it while having my can I keep my balance if it's my the width of my pinky finger? I'm just lost in thought while rubbing my eyes. I heard rubbing my eyes isn't good for you. My eyes itch all the time. Sometimes it's because of sometimes it's because of my eyelashes falling into my eyes, and I have to like rub a lot to like dig them out somehow. Sometimes it's not. I have to also sometimes like some of my eyelashes can be like bent somehow, and I have to like pull out the bent one. Sometimes. Can I do it? 30-degree incline. So after they set up the RY with a 30-degree incline, is it inclining up to the turbine from the stern, or is it like which direction am I going? If it's the width of a normal person's pinky finger, it's really it's the width of my thumb. Or thickness or width, or can I balance on it? Probably not. I probably can't balance on it, so I'll be likely upside down if I were to climb on it. Right, same thing. If the friction is like normal, if it's too high, the friction is too high, then the watermelon's gonna get cut in half from the friction. If the friction is too low, then I'm either gonna slide down, and if the direction we're going is like upwards, then I probably can't go up that well. And then I'll use my feet to like clamp on. I guess if the friction is fine, then you know all that works out. Adjutant, I'll let you look after the watermelon. They drew a face on it. After taking the watermelon from Caroline, I steadied my breath by breathing and stood where the wire began. The wire was only as wide as a finger, and the strong ocean winds made it all the more dangerous. One person might have been able to reach the other side in no time, but all four of us had to walk on the wire. Oh, that's bad. We have to walk, and it's 4 people. I guess in that case, I can hold the watermelon, and then 2 girls can like lock our arms, and then the girls at the end can like grab onto the wire itself. Yeah, we can either lock arms or hold hands. I think locking arms would be more stable. Like with the Adjutant, because the Adjutant is holding watermelon, then he has to have his arms locked. But like the other girls, I mean. After pondering for a moment, I turned slightly to look at the girls behind me. Alright, we need to take it slow. Is there more orders? Keep a consistent pace, and stay 6 feet away from the person in front of you. 6 feet? 6 feet? Like 2 meters. What? 6 feet? As for the order, we'll go in. But I don't really like heights. And Chensen will go behind me. Okay, I'm fine with that. Won't be able to see up ahead, but I guess it's fine. I can stay concentrated that way. And I need you to bring up the rear end, yeah. Well, does that mean I won't get to hold on to you? That's a bummer, but I chose you for the back because you're so steady at that. Okay, if that's what you think, I don't see why not. So we're going first, and then Enya, and then Katya, and then Chensing, and then Enya, I think. Don't worry, everyone, I've got your back. Enya patted her chest resolutely as she said this. Her invigorated tone was brimmed with reassuring determination, immediately filling me with confidence. Alright, everyone, get ready. Let's move. Took my first step after giving the order to begin. Yep, we're going first. 1, 2, 1, 2. After traversing the first half relatively easily, we made our way to the middle of the wire. It was 30 meters above the ocean, making it the most precarious position. As we balanced on the wire in midair, the rhythmic sound of the waves and whistling ocean breeze bombarded us from all sides. The swinging wire under our feet was simply reminding us if you make one wrong move, you're done for. But even the seagulls at the finish line were holding their breath, watching us embrace our uncertain fate. I can feel warm breath rushing against my neck. Before I knew it, I could clearly feel every breath Katya took, tense and choking. We're only a few feet from each other now. Let's turn around to comfort her. I thought you said to keep 6 feet away. Katya, hold on to my shoulder the rest of the way. What? I'm not some delicate flower. Katya gritted her teeth, putting on a fake unnatural smile. However, she stopped again as a gentle breeze blew by. She looked up, a trace of hesitation flashing through her eyes. Katya, this isn't the time to act tough. Come here. Put your hands on me slowly. Alright, fine. After shortening the conflict, Katya ultimately decided to reach out stubbornly. However, her slightly flushed and hot cheeks betrayed her shifting emotions. Every time you act all tough, it's actually pretty good. What are you on about? But just as she began to argue the statement I made, a strong gust of wind suddenly blew by, causing the entire wire to sway violently. Mitsuki! Katya swung to one side, lost her balance, and teetered over the water below. Then Sing took the watermelon. Got it. Watching this happen, I quickly toss the watermelon aside. I grab onto Katya's waist and pull her into my embrace. Hold on tight to me, don't let go. I could feel her heart beating faster and faster through her chest. Sweat dripped down to my feet, making the thin wire even more perilous. I slowly spread my arms, attempting to shift my center of gravity to my feet. I then looked at Enya at the back of the line. Enya, help me stabilize the wire. お姉さんは任せて. Finally, after some time, the three of us worked together to stabilize the wire. But Katya's heart was still pounding. You keep walking? Yeah. She nodded, placing her hands back on my shoulder. She then pressed her forehead against my back, closed her eyes, and took a step. After what had just happened, her typical strong image had already vanished. She was now shaking like a scared little animal. I'm sorry, I took it a bit far with the teasing just now. Oh my. I didn't tease her this time, but instead I gently comforted her. Just concentrate on me from now on. Don't look down and don't think about anything else. Ai, wakarimasu. Just like that, we survived the minor hiccup and made it past the most difficult portion of the wire. Katya's heartbeat also began to calm, however, I'm not sure if it's because she was embarrassed, but she kept squeezing the entire way, whether intentionally or not. Katya, you're hurting me. Come in. You already apologized, but by the time we made it to the final stretch, the skin of my shoulders had already turned red from a tight grip. Are you guys cheering us on? The girls that had been watching us began to crowd the second we stepped onto the winter run platform. We finished the challenge with time to spare. Yeah, just barely. ... Unlike Chenzing and Enya, it seemed like Katya still hadn't gotten over the shock. She was still clinging on to me. Judging by the looks of things, we needed to get her down from there right away. I used my terminal to contact Acacia, who was still far away on the yacht. Finished the challenge, Acacia. Yeah, we saw everything with our telescope. Congrats, everyone. You earned another point. Telescope. Ah, right. The solar system we hacked into before wasn't back up and running yet. Can you get us down from here ASAP? The sun is really beating down. What's the matter? Sorry, guys. I guess I forgot how to bring you guys down. If it's all the same, could you guys just come back down the wire? Not happening. Kayla let out a piercing scream as soon as she heard this discouraging news. Ah, the seagulls. Panicked upon hearing the sudden noise, the seagulls all began flapping their wings. Hey, Kyotsukiro! Ah! Did you get like pushed off? Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough to catch Katya this time around, as she was bombarded by seagulls. She lost her balance and slipped off the edge of the platform. In her panic, she must have forgotten that she can simply teleport. Seeing this, I leaped forward without an ounce of hesitation. Sekin! Constant wind currents rushed upward like raging waves, making it hard to see. It seemed as if my vision was torn into a million tiny fragments. Watching as that familiar blue hue was about to be swallowed up by the ocean, I hastily closed my eyes. I sensed the fragmented hydrogen disturbance in midair, locking onto the girl's specific location under me. Don't worry, I'm here. Adjutant? Molly wrapped her in my arms just in time, right before she landed in the sea. Adjutant? Adjutant! Katya? Ah, where did they fall? Right here, we're okay. Yokatta, bikurishichatta. Why don't we... Eh? Munseki, nani shiteru no? Ah, gomen, I think I twisted my ankle. Hontoni? Yeah, you think I lied to you? It doesn't really hold water coming from you. Nothing gets past you. Why don't you let me down? Alright, looks like you're feeling better anyway. As I said that, I pretended to hurl her into the water. Mate. Outside? My legs are still a little wobbly. Can you give me a second? I told you not to act tough. This is it. Before I could finish my sentence, I felt a shooting pain in my calf. In an instant, all of my strength was sapped away. Eh? What happened? Where's the jellyfish? They actually got stung. The wild animals, they were really something else. I didn't think I would meet my match like this. We took an intermission after returning to the yacht to do this sudden instant. And then just seeing how to treat my leg, and I was planning on heading back to my room to change before continuing on with the competition. However, when I opened the door, I guess it's Gaia. Yep. Just as I expected, someone had been waiting there for a while. Alright. Let's do this and then we'll go do file 1. Because progress 7 is about half, and if you conclude file 1 is technically file 7, so that's out. What is this one about? Platform propulsion. Contestants must shoot the fans on the platform and control them and navigate to the target location. After shooting a fan, we'll move the platform in a certain direction. We're going to attack the faster the speed. If the fan is not shot after a certain time, the platform will automatically return to its original position. So it's like... So it's like Tomorrow Sunshine. Okay. We make that? Okay. We can't make that. Okay. What do we do? Oh, there's this. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to look up, guys. What? That counted? I think I'm supposed to shoot this a few times before I go down. Nope, I don't need to. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it takes Super Mario Sunshine. Not that I played it, but I know there's this mechanic. Maybe we don't need to shoot that, we can just jump. And there we go. Who should we use for the outro? Nope, didn't mean to be you, but sure. You're cute. I'll allow it. Right, so not hard. Maybe you can just ignore the enemies, that's how easy it is. Okay, file 1. What is this? What is this supposed to take place? Oh, it's after. Yeah, it's after Progress 6. Okay. I stuck in without saying anything. Something softly spilled onto the floor in the room, reflecting Katya's graceful figure. Beating against the window and filling with a small bottle of ointment in her hands, she smiled as she watched me walk through the door. I'm not really surprised. After all, you just disappeared after we got back. It sounds like you had a feeling I'd be here, right? What do you think? This is your first time breaking the rules, and don't forget, I'm your guardian. If I let something small like this get past me, how would I be able to look after you? Sorry, I'm rubbing cream on my arms. Upon hearing this, Katya's hand suddenly froze, and an embarrassment flashed across her face before she tossed the bottle of ointment she was holding over to me. Look after yourself before you start worrying about other people. That ointment helps relieve swelling and pain. Always carry it on me. I scooped up some ointment, rubbing it on my jellyfish sting, even though the sting had already been treated. Well, does it feel any better? It's better. This stuff works pretty well. You think you're so slick, it's obvious you didn't even rub it in. Besides, I didn't give it to you to apply there. Dude, where? With that, she squatted down and began to gently spread the ointment on my leg with her palm. She then stood back up, took off my shirt, and rubbed more ointment on my now red shoulder that she had grabbed a bit too fiercely earlier. Come in, I didn't hold back on the wire just now. As she spread the ointment out evenly once again, Katya's tone also gradually softened. I'll do my best to overcome my fear of heights next time. I'll risk shaking my head correctly. Katya, you don't need to force yourself to overcome your fears immediately. We have plenty of time. We can face them together, slowly. Okay. The girl's brow relaxed somewhat, but it seemed like there was something still weighing on her mind. She only needed to take one more step forward to cross that invisible barrier, letting out all that pent-up emotions inside her. But for some reason, she hesitated, unable to take that step. So I can only continue to guide her. Shiete, Naze, you're afraid of heights and what you're worried about. Seeing her not in agreement, I gently caressed the back of her hand. I saw her memories instantly. And just like that, I lost my balance. I collapsed like a crumpled up ball of paper someone arbitrarily threw away. Maybe it was just an illusion, but it felt like I was falling in slow motion. Slow enough that it still had the chance to reverse everything. But when my eyes opened again, I realized I was already lying in the mud. I was a super energetic kid. I climbed a really tall tree to show off to my parents. But the second I got to the top of the tree, the sunlight blinded me. I fell down to the ground and broke my leg. Even though I recovered after a few months of rest, I've been afraid of heights ever since. Okay. I nodded in response to Katya. I had a vague feeling that the story she told me was slightly different than the memories I had seen in my mind, but I decided not to push the issue right. I simply held a trembling hand in silence, offering her comfort and support. Soka, that must have been horrible. I understand that feeling. Yeah, I remember how you fell off New Hand Zero. And that wasn't even the only time. My personal record is flying from space. Upon hearing my joke, I couldn't help but let out a soft laugh. The unease on her face began to disperse somewhat. Noticing this, I continued talking, half-jokingly. The re-entry pod was a piece of junk. I got shaken around it so much that I could barely move. I could only watch on helplessly as it was about to crash to the ground, but at the very last moment... Hey! Life? I thought about all the people who cared about me. They were the ones who gave me the power to keep going. In an instant, I felt at peace. I decided not let fear control me anymore. I told myself, no matter what happened, I wouldn't give up hope. What makes you so sure something like hope even exists? Because I've always believed we still have the chance to change everything, as long as we're still alive. That's exactly why I decided not to let fear shackle me. Instead, I do everything in my power to embrace a beautiful future, full of hope. Soka. Although that still lingered in her voice, I glimpsed a spark in Katya's eyes. Arigato, I'll remember everything you said. She took a deep breath. Hitsuwa, that story about falling from a really high place, As Kaio was about to finish her sentence, she was interrupted by a beeping sound. And is the intermission already over? Yep, I'm always fine when we're alone together. Yeah, there's still a lot I want to say to you, and a lot of things I want to do together. Anyway, it's fine. Let's wait until the competition's over. We can find a quiet place and take our time talking. She looked at me, her eyes swelling with complicated emotions. There are other girls waiting for you now, Mr. Popular. Is Katya said this? I spotted the girls who are already ready to go at the other end of the water park. I've waited for a long time for this. It's finally my turn to take the stage now. Just like that, it's already a final challenge. We take out the strongest contestant and the adjutant first, just to be safe. That way, victory will be ours now. We can't attack the adjutant, right? We shouldn't attack anyone. The adjutant wouldn't like that, even if we win. I was just joking. Don't take it seriously. This is so nerve-wracking. There's only a difference of 5 points. Right now, there's no way of telling who's going to win. Frida looked through a large telescope as she stood on the yacht, watching the competition with her full attention. What's so nerve-wracking about it? Aren't these kinds of competitions fun to watch? I know, but I still can't help worrying. What are you worried about? I'm worried there's going to be a real battle after this little competition ends. Let them get as close to the adjutant as they want for now. The adjutant is going to be all ours by tonight anyway. But isn't it dangerous for us to just leave the adjutant there and yeah? They're all girls with high power ranks. Leave your energy. I get it. You want to catch them off guard at the last second. We take out their strongest contestant and their adjutant first, just to be safe. That way victory will be ours, yeah? I'm sure you guys can feel it too. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Even though it's a bit of a mess, why does it seem like the purple team is zeroing in on one person? Jeez, Professor Frida doesn't really want an ending like that. As a guardian of peace and love, I don't want to witness something like that either. Is there any way to stop that from happening? Yes, I already have a few contingency plans in place. Worst case, we'll still be able to guarantee the adjutant's safety, but the battle might get even more intense than our real ones. Don't worry, I'll handle it. Just get back and enjoy the show. Hope so. I'm not sure if we need to use that contingency plan stashed in the warehouse. Ooh, not so subtle foreshadowing. Alright, can I buy anything? Can't buy all of these. Themselves, I didn't really need those. I might need a bit of those, I'm not sure. Okay. No, I hate how escape just like leaves the menu completely. 9. I could buy some of these. Okay, now I don't have any more. Is there anything else you haven't looked at? Not really. We can look at the base. There's probably a random interaction. It is Marianne, actually. There's also this I can claim. Never mind.
こんばんは、分析員さん。
She said, "Good evening, Adjutant." Aim is opportunity. Right, she's a masochist or whatever. Or sadist, I forgot. It's the first time I realized how long it took to get to the medical bay. Marianne! I shouted in an effort to keep Marianne awake. Marianne forced her eyes open slightly in response. I tried my best to appear calm, at least on the outside. Sakin. I seemed to hear her calling out to me weakly as she was taken to the medical bay. Also weren't relieved. She would probably be okay. After I finished processing the mission report, I rushed back to the medical bay. Senior Buzekin, are you here to see Miss Marianne? Apparently there's a senior and junior adjutant? I don't know. Maybe we're the only adjutant. So that's why we don't need to use like senior adjutant. How's she doing? Miss Marianne is awake now, and her condition is stable. However, her body used too much manifestation power to heal her fatal injuries. Her other wounds are healing very slowly. They were treated and bandaged up about half an hour ago. Keeping her ability as a manifestation to regenerate cells in mind, we'll be checking her injuries and changing her dressings more often to avoid scarring and help her recover as soon as possible. Thank you. You're also considerate. That's what we're here for. Can I go see her now? Imawa? I suppose so, but her dressings need to be changed again in about 10 minutes. The monitoring system will give you a reminder then, so you can call us in. I nodded at her and opened the door to the medical bay. A familiar sound of medical devices surrounded me. As I heard Marianne's soft breathing, my anxiety eased somewhat. She was lying there quietly. She said, "Oh," and not "Bunsekin." Sorry for making you. Yeah, daijoubu desu. I was just resting my eyes. How are you feeling? Much better than before, but it still hurts. After Marianne finished speaking, a familiar redness surfaced on her cheeks. Did the painkillers wear off? Marianne shifted her gaze, avoiding eye contact with me. I immediately realized that I shouldn't have asked. She most likely told him not to give her any painkillers. The sudden silence that left me at a loss. Marianne and I hadn't been alone like this for a long time. The more attention she got, the more she would try to get hurt. So I usually tried to not worry about her. But this time, she had gotten hurt so badly that it was impossible for me to not care. That was fast. It's time to change your dressings. Please change your dressing in a timely fashion. Finally, the reminder from the monitoring system broke the awkward silence. So I guess we sat there quietly for 10 minutes, or close to 10 minutes. Looks like it's time to change your dressing. I'll go get the doctor. I'll go get the doc for you. Please, wait, can you stay a little longer? Marianne suddenly held my hand in hers, which was splintered and slightly cold. It was as if her software communicated to me through our touching skin. She was begging me to stay. Wasn't sure what she wanted. I hesitated, wondering if I should respond, if my concern made her want to get hurt even more. Bunsekin. Any human emotions would find it impossible to leave Marianne in her current state. Alright, I won't leave. Arigato, Bunsekin. I decided to stay, but their dressings still needed to be changed. I'll use my terminal to call them in then. Yeah. Or yeah is the right word. Yeah. Marianne rushed over to me, panicked. She held onto my hand and was about to tap on her terminal. But I don't want to. Then why don't we use an auxiliary mechanical arm? Marianne shook her head fiercely again. Tears were welling up in her eyes, and she was begging me for her gaze. There was only one option that would satisfy her. Can you help me change my dressings? She was one step ahead of me. I was slightly surprised by the fact that we were on the same wavelength and that we were both feeling so bold. Maybe it was just due to the atmosphere. I held onto her hand and helped her sit back down on the bed. Mazu wa suwatte, I'll help you change them. Man, that line! Cappy baby learned that line. Arigato, Bunsekin. Tell me right away if it hurts. Okay, where are you going to start? Which would hurt more if we fuck up? Or hurt the least? The arm. Okay, let me take the old dressing off first. As Marianne spoke, she stretched her arm out toward me. I took the cotton ball and the ointment, then softly rubbed it on her wound. I looked up at her. She was biting down hard on her lip. Her eyes were squeezed shut, a few small teardrops escaping from them. As if she could sense my worry, she opened her eyes and looked back at me. Please keep going. Let's do the thigh then. The thigh is the one that would hurt the second least. Second most? The second least. Okay, 1 second. Next to me, Marion slowly rolled up the shorts on her gown. A large cut revealed itself before my eyes. This one isn't too bad, it's not that deep. I moved the cotton ball toward her leg after dipping it in the ointment. As it came into contact with her skin, she involuntarily pulled her leg back. I immediately froze. It doesn't hurt, it just tickles a little. The wound was in a sensitive area, so I had to slow down in an effort to make Marianne more comfortable. You have to be so gentle, I can handle it. Alright, your shoulder next. Marianne didn't say it, but I knew that she was feeling shy. She hesitated for a moment before slowly pulling down her collar, exposing her tender shoulder. The wound was raped by her collarbone. I now understood why the doctors wanted to try their best to avoid scarring. It would be a shame to leave scars on the body like this. Come on, like any part of the body having the scar isn't good on a, woman. Mutsuki, can you please stop staring at me? I'm a little... I quickly averted my gaze. My impolite behavior just now made the others feel more awkward. Marianne trembled as soon as the cotton ball touched her injury, gripping the sheet under her with both hands. Her eyes were shut tight, and her cheeks seemed to get even redder. I didn't have the energy to guess if she was enjoying it or simply fighting through the pain. I could only continue repeating the same movement. The extra liquid in the cotton ball flowed along her skin, down her collarbone until it was concealed by her clothes. The sensation of the cold liquid made her shudder again. Watching as Marianne deliberately put her weakness on display for me, I decided against lecturing her. Today, or rather, now, wasn't the right time. I couldn't change the situation with just a few words. I needed to claim a special place in her heart first, more than anyone else. So we might lecture her in the later character stories. In the end, we didn't say a word the entire time I was changing her dressings. After Marianne fell asleep, I left the medical bay. Marianne might see what I did today as a reward for getting hurt. Things might get more difficult later on. Yeah, she might try to get hurt badly so that we would be the one to personally treat her. Who knows? That might not happen. Or it could happen. We don't know. And we have Mashiru for a random event. End story. Let's read the random event first. We touched this liquid after heating it to a high temperature. It doesn't really hurt, but my fingers feel a little numb and uncomfortable. I don't think I can make a slurping noise. This hot liquid is a little thick, but maybe that's because it's hot chocolate. At high temperatures, water is dispersed into the air as a gas. At or above 100 degrees Celsius, yes. It's somewhat difficult to breathe at first, but it seems alright now. So, water. There's two things. There's steam and there's water vapor. If it's water vapor, then it's not exactly... Well, I guess water vapor is gas. It's just water droplets dispersed in the air. Whereas steam... Okay, here's the difference between water vapor and steam. Water vapor is usually visible. What I mean by this? For example, if you have water vapor... For example, if you have a cup of hot chocolate, like Mashiro does, Water vapor is the whitish steam that's coming off the smoke particles. Steam is transparent, like the pure steam. Because if it's not transparent, that's water vapor. So yeah. Why is the base also hot and humid today? Is the air conditioning broken? Ashton, I've simulated the conditions in the hot spring. Come try it out. Huh? You heard it, right? They said they were going to get a hot spring at the base, yeah? Oh, so this was before the hot spring got added. And I guess the hot spring is a part of the base, indeed. I don't usually soak in hot water for very long, but since you'll be there, I need practice, yeah. Wait a second, I feel like I'm suffocating over here. We need to get the air back to normal first. After some work and waiting, the air in the Oval Hall finally returned to normal. Are they the only ones in the Oval Hall? So like no one complained? So did all of this just to get used to the conditions in the hot spring? What? Didn't she do it in her own room then? Yeah, things got out of hand. You really don't need to worry. All of the base's accommodations are here to make sure we're comfortable. There's no need to push yourself, Machiru. It's not like I hated it. I just wanted to be able to soak in the hot spring with you forever and ever, Bunseki. Well, in that case, maybe I need to improve my stamina too. I don't think stamina is what you need for a hot spring. Cat's tongue. A cat's tongue is rough. Not that I've touched one. Upon entering the canteen, I was immediately welcomed by the reassuring scent of food. Perhaps triggered by my secure surroundings, the fatigue and hunger lurking within me gradually rose to the surface like the bubbles in a shaken-up can of cola. At times like this, enjoying a hearty meal was the only way to wrap up the day. There weren't many people in the canteen, most likely because it was too late. But just as I was about to order, I noticed that Machiru seemed to be sitting in a corner. Looked like she was focusing on her food. This does not look like a canteen. This does not look like it belongs in a canteen. Same with the tablecloth. And the candles. And the plants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it C or yawn that's for 4? I hear both, I just don't know when to use it. Also, these are flashbangs, but the holes are kind of small for flashbangs. When was Machiru counting her food? Was she conducting a health inspection? Is it Jusan? Jusan seems weird. Based on the sound of Machiru's unbroken mechanical counting and her focused demeanor, I couldn't help my curiosity. Machiru? Bunseki. I hear to eat dinner, yeah? My greeting shifted the girl's attention away from the tableware before her. Only then did I notice the few dozen chilies neatly placed beside her plate. You don't like spicy fruit? Rather than saying I don't like it, it would be more accurate to say that I can't taste it. It might be difficult for humans like you to understand, but spicy taste is a kind of pain. That is correct. Spice is not a flavor. It is pain receptors in your not pain. Well, it is pain. One of them is pain. Spice is a type of poison, harmless poison, really. What it does is that it triggers 3 types of what's the word? Receptors. 3 types of receptors inside your mouth, or anywhere of your skin, really, but mostly in your mouth, because that's where a lot of it is. There are 3 types of receptors that spices can impact. You have your regular spice, the hot kind. It impacts the heat receptors, making your mouth feel like the temperature is rising. That's why your nose gets runny. You start to cry because it's trying to cool it off in different ways. Then there's the numbing type of spice, with, for example, I think at least Sichuan peppers. They impact your mechanical receptors, so that's the sense, the touching kind of sense. It makes your mouth feel numb because it's impacting those receptors, making you unable to feel senses and freaking it up. The third type of spice is from wasabi. It impacts I forget what it impacts, but it impacts, I believe it's the smell factors. That's why if you eat a bunch of wasabi, your nose feels spicy instead of like your mouth. And yeah, those are the 3 kinds of spice, and they are technically poisons that our body recognizes. But we are masochists that enjoy that kind of pain. Pain. I suddenly remembered what Kalman had once told me about Mashiru. Sipa. Ah, Sipa. I think I've seen that in the house episode. Yes, congenital insensitivity to pain with anhidrosis. And what? It's an extremely rare condition that prevents those infected from feeling any sensations related to pain. Ashira cannot feel any pain, so she's unable to immediately react to injuries. In school, she once got caught in some experimental equipment and suffered severe injuries before she had realized it. So please pay close attention to her on the battlefield, Adjutant. So, Sipa, being unable to feel pain, some people, I've mentioned this before, people would think it is a good thing, but, well, sometimes it is, but people with Sipa can still feel emotional pain, just not physical. So it is bad if you have, if you have, damaged organs or even, failing organs, broken bones, parasites, that's bad. You won't be able to feel them. I guess the good thing is you don't need painkillers. You need painkillers. You don't really need to go under anesthesia. There's pros and cons, but you just find out what the pros and cons are in what situations. Maybe I had Zone Aleph for too long, because when I finally stepped back to reality, Mashiru had already finished picking out all the peppers. She was rushing me to click on. After realizing how rude I'd just been. Oh right! Earlier, Mashiru was either sipping hot chocolate or putting her finger in hot chocolate. She can't sense if her finger is getting burned from the water, from the heat. What did she use to describe the sensation? Was it numb? Yeah, so if her fingers are numb, then the water temperature is about 30 to, I would say, 50 degrees Celsius. Because higher than that, then that's gonna burn. Higher than 45 degrees, it's gonna burn. Or start to burn eventually, depending on how long she put her hand in the water. After realizing how weird I'd just been, I decided to continue pursuing the topic. So you can't taste spice at all. Okay, that is a... How should I say this? I would expect this, but I just didn't have it, confirmed. Because, once again, spice is a type of pain. Poison that causes pain receptors to trigger. Heat, mechanical, and the nasal smell one. So, it makes sense that she can't feel them. Sekai, for me, eating chilies is no different from chewing on plastic, yeah? It's kind of a shame that you can't taste it. That probably comes in handy sometimes. When taking your gaze is wavering slightly, is it a sign that you don't feel confident discussing this topic? Not at all, I already thought of a use for it. Oh my god. I'm thinking, because with Sipa you can't sense pain, but what about the other reactions of the body that the body makes? For example, you can't feel spice, but does your mouth create more water? Does your eyes get watery? You just can't feel the spice, you just suddenly start to get watery and warmth in your mouth. And also I've heard that if you eat something that's really spicy, your parts of your body that's came into contact with it can get swollen. So I wonder if you eat something really spicy, even if you have Sipa, does your body get swollen from it? I was also what about diarrhea? Can you still get diarrhea from eating spicy food? I'm gonna look it up. I'm curious. Do people... Wait, okay. Are people with Sipa banned from Spice competition. Let's see if it's even banned to begin with. Oh, SEPA also affects the sense of temperature. So, maybe. What happens when people with SEPA eat spicy food? While they can't feel pain, their bodies still react to capsaicin by triggering physiological responses like sweating and potentially experiencing autonomic symptoms such as fainting, vomiting, and they also have other pain-related effects like headaches. Okay. Huh. Canteen holds a contest occasionally. Whoever eats the most chilies wins an amazing prize. Maybe you can take home the crown. Unfortunately, I typically refuse to participate in contests like that. Well, it's cheating, technically. And also, like, even though she can't feel the spice, she's gonna feel the spice in her stomach later. Mashiro shrugged, scooping the food in front of her into her mouth. She then chewed it carefully before swallowing. Her movements were so standardized that I suspected she might be chewing each bite a fixed number of times. Because I can't taste spice doesn't mean its negative effects disappear. It also doesn't mean that I have an increased spice tolerance. Take the Scoville heat scale, for example. Scoville heat scale is basically a unit for spiciness. Let's assume you both can tolerate spice level of 5, and exceeding 5 is pretty low, and exceeding level 5 causes harm to the body. During the contest, pain would act as a type of fuse. You would forfeit around level 5 due to your pain cues, however I would be like an electrical appliance without a fuse. I would short circuit after exceeding level 5. Gomen, I didn't really think it through. There's no need to apologize, Adjutant. Without a sense of pain, I do think about things from a different perspective. But I personally don't even really care about the issue of pain. I certainly think participating in the contest isn't worth it. Oh? When it comes to the cost of my health, the prize offered by the canteen is seriously lacking. Whoever designed the contest wasn't expecting you to eat chilies to the death or anything. Eh, Honto? I'm actually seriously thinking about the contest as a life or death situation. I didn't know what to say for a moment. But a good I felt hadn't lessened. Maybe I needed to pay more attention to Mashiru, like Caroline told me to. And we did learn more about her. I don't recall if she mentioned she has SEPA, or like anyone mentioned her she has having SEPA. Because I do recall sometime on stream, like explaining the pros and cons of SEPA. But with that, that's all there is for today. Next time on Server Containment Zone, we're gonna be finishing the Azure Paradise rerun. We will be finishing out this puzzle. Not that we, I could probably do it off screen since we know what it's about. So yeah, yeah. Until then, as always, be good, be well, be happy, be nice, be healthy, be good, be well. Some of those overlaps, but you get the point. I'll also be streaming Siege soon. But I might hold like a private stream or something to like test the performance, because right now I do have higher settings than before for my OBS, so maybe it will be a problem. I'm not sure. I will be playing with at least one person, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye. I might need to buy like a ring light for my face, because the facial capture isn't that good, especially the eyes.